John Clayton, who's in Seattle. And Johnny, this seems like a curious move. So let's just start with why did this happen?
Well, let's start with the idea that things were getting out of sync with the offense, and you can see a lot of it was trying to get Percy Harvin the ball in the ways that worked out well for him, whether it's fly sweeps, short plays, and you can also see there was a little bit of tension, I think, that was being created by Percy not getting as much as he wanted. There was a spell last at the end of the game on last week where really for about 40% of the plays he wasn't even on the field, and remember, they only had 48 plays last week against the Dallas Cowboys, and so I think you could see that Percy was kind of drifting away from being effective from what they wanted, and then they started knowing that they have cap issues next year where they have to take care of Russell Wilson and everything else, and so with enough young players that they could step up and try to fill in a void, they felt, okay, let's make the move and we'll get rid of Percy. I mean, they basically, I guess in some ways, tired of him with some of the things that he was doing, but they didn't tire of his talent. This guy is really talented.
What did they get for him?
What I understand is a mid-round pick, more something in the neighborhood of a 4, and I don't know how exactly it can get up to a 2, but it could work out something like that. And so it's one deal where it's conditional. I mean, obviously there's going to be the one base part that they will get, that mid-round pick. I don't know what the conditions are that can get it any higher than the 4th-round pick.
I don't know if we can categorize his entire time in Seattle, but to get him there, it cost a 1st, a 3rd, and a 7th. I know they won the Super Bowl. Did they take a loss on this deal overall with Percy Harvin?
Well, they did, and they took a loss financially, but also the gain was what he was able to do in the Super Bowl. I mean, he was so electric on the return, on creating some things, and even in the limited time he's played in the playoffs. I mean, just the threat of having him on the field helped get this team over the top. I mean, he was a special talent, and you can see early in the season he was really doing some good things to help out the offense. And so, you know, was it one where you kind of realized, okay, at some point maybe it's time to move on, and they realized it, but you know, it did cost them, but it also, they had some short-term gains.
A little more pressure now on quarterback Wilson. No Golden Tate now, no Percy Harvin. Thanks, John Clayton.